Huh, there should be music playing. Is it just too quiet? Oh, have I fucked something up? Can you hear it now if I'm back here? There was. Okay, so that particular track might just be a little bit quiet. But there was definitely music playing because I could hear it. So I can hear the stream playlist because I'm got the monitoring thing on. But anyway, so the next trick here is my TTS stuff functioning? So in theory, so I can hear the TTS stuff. But the real question is A, can you? And B, there we go. Aha, so there is double music on this scene. So somewhere in here. Okay. So why is that happening? Okay, if I do this, can you hear music? My desktop audio capture is muted. Okay, so I think what's happening. Ta-da. So this is double music, right? Now it's single. Okay. That makes no sense whatsoever. So this is the first song on the list. So we still need to always play when not visible. What is this? So there's TTS. Oh, is TTS capturing it? Why? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, what if I do this? Nope, still doing it. Why is that capturing? No, but the TTS audio. Okay, so this TTS audio is here, right? And all it's just a window capture, right? So it's capturing explorer.exe, which is just Microsoft Edge. Right? So all this is doing is trying to grab this. I don't understand why. SAMMI's not playing the music. And it's not a SAMMI thing. It's separate from SAMMI. All SAMMI is doing I understand that. Okay, hold on. let's just double check that it is that. So if I go into, no, not that bit. Monitor off. Okay, yeah. It's just capturing my headset. Oh, but now even the stream playlist stopped. Wait, it was just changing song. Never mind. I mean, technically I can have it so that I don't listen to it. But I would kind of rather. But you are correct. For some reason, this audio capture is doing it. I wonder if can I do a browser capture? Let's say test TTS. And if we copy in this, what's the answer? What do we get? That control audio by OBS. Okay. So this does like bring this up, but then it doesn't connect properly because it's opening in a separate thingy. Yeah, so that doesn't work. So I need to capture that browser still. Where'd my test TTS go? Remove that. Because I do quite like listening to the music. Oh, maybe it's this. Okay, hold on. Properties. Maybe I'm capturing the wrong thing. And it's not the Explorer that I'm after. Modern. There we go. That's better. Okay. So the capture was wrong. Explorer.exe was the desktop. Whereas I needed this one here, where it was the message. That was silly. Oh, easy fix. Probably took a bit longer to figure out than I wanted to, but relatively easy fix. And fingers crossed it didn't break anything in SAMMI, which I don't think it has or should have. Alright. So, goal for today. We can get ourselves it. So, we kind of need. Oh, that's right. We also need to add sounds. So, sound effects. So currently, most of the core of the gameplay loop is there and functional, and we'll run the game just to show it. Yeah. So if we do our game start, eventually the dot appears, our time limiter activates. We can click it. If we do this too slowly, it will go back down because of a difficulty thing. Right, but if we go fast enough, it gets bigger and bigger, and then we do our catch, right? So functionally it works, but that having something like appear on screen for half a second and disappear is lame, right? There's no audio feedback, there's no real visual feedback. So what we need in here are animations and sound effects. Right, we need those other elements going on. This is taking a long time to hit 5. We need all those other elements because otherwise this is just like a bit boring. So the goal for today is to do some animation work, and there's a couple ways that we can go about it. The first way is, and we'll probably use both, to be honest. The first way is to do it all as a GIF, right? So have a GIF that starts off screen and moves up into position, and then as far as the SAMMI side of things goes, it's just the same as this. We're just toggling a source visibility. We toggle it on, the GIF plays, we toggle it off when the GIF is done. The second way is a little bit of a combination of the two, where we have a generalized GIF of something, and then we add in some movement features to capture the animation of the fish appearing. And we can do that in a couple of ways. So the way that we do the TTS box that's coming in off screen is where we've made this extra scene at the end here. So this TTS text box, and the music will cut out while we look at this. But effectively, this scene in its entirety is what's triggering. And then what we do is we're using a source capture, which is not that bit. That's the TCS audio capture display. Where did I put it? This here. So this TTS chat box here is our source capture. So it's capturing this source and then displaying it on this other one, which allows me to use filters that can only be applied to sources. So in this case, move in and move out sources without it affecting the entirety of the thing. So we're probably going to do that. We're probably going to do something similar to the TTS thing where it sort of moves in off screen, or even like with the text message, right? So here I've got a filter that just changes the rotation of it. So this here is a 3D effect filter, right? And then I've got a value assigned to it. So I'm changing a value, and SAMMI is triggering those changes. So it starts off at 0 along the x-axis, right? Which means it's like, not seeable. It's as if you're looking at a 2D shape on its edge, which doesn't exist. And then goes to 100, so it folds outwards. So we can do some stuff like that. And that doesn't really require a source capture, so that might be the best approach. But to start with, we need some animations. And for that, we have Krita. So I think as a starting point, what I want to do is get the animations for like the tiers. So we've got our like redfish things, right? And each tier of this is its own, how do I put it? Has its own like background to it, and that background is going to be the same for similar tiers. So I want to animate that first and get that a bit more pretty. So in Krita, let's just move OBS over to the side. We're going to use the animation functions. So we need a blank frame to start with. So this is going to be our starting frame. And we need some sort of star. And I don't actually know if we can get one. But what we might be able to do is just look up here. So we'll just get a base image to work from. We probably want something a little more akin to this one down here. So we're gonna make our own, but we're gonna use some stuff as a bit of a template and a guide. All right. There is a rectangle tool, polygon tool. That's just icon size. So what if we started with like a circle? Probably a little bit smaller than that. And then we work out where our points are in a different layer. Actually, let's copy this. Yeah, come on. And we'll roughly work out where it's concentric. That'll do. Pretty sure there is a way to do alignments, but I haven't used Creature in a while. So let's do say something along the lines of this. We do this sort of star. And if we copy it, we don't need that anymore. And we rotate it. Yeah, that didn't really work. Need need them to be the right thing. We really do need to just grab something online, I think. So that I can get the right stuff. Free download. Huh? Okay. We can grab this. Why didn't that drop in? Insert as new layer. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of all these. If we get this and we duplicate it and rotate it, there we go. We'll merge them. Then we can muck with it. So we might make it a little more oblong if we want to. Maybe not. Yeah. So we got that. And then we'll duplicate it again. We'll rotate. So you get it in between. The same as before. Then we will squash or scale it down. So we want image, scale image to new size. Percentage. And we probably want it about like 80% maybe. Okay. But no, that's not what we wanted. I'm going to scale this. Convert. Nope. Image. Oh, maybe we got layer. Yeah. Because image is the whole thing, which isn't what we want. There's a filters. We don't care about that. There should be a scale outside of the transform. I'd rather scale it. I suppose I could just do this. Kind of didn't want to because I wanted it to make sure it was still fairly centered with everything else. Because this doesn't look like it's centered properly anymore. Actually, yeah, this bottom bit's way off. Let's go back. Back. I think when I did this, I did this part wrong. Yeah. Because it's not actually evened. It's slightly off. Slightly asymmetric. I think. Yeah, because if you rotate it to here, it doesn't line up. Which is again, not what we want. We need symmetry. I'm okay with that. Okay, transform, no. So we could do a mirror. So if we got half of it right, we could just mirror it. Okay. Let's see what we can find. See if we can get a symmetrical star. Symmetrical star. Radially symmetrical. Blah 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 blah. Oh, this is using something else. Using Inkscape.org. Right, that doesn't help, but we might be able to use this. Inkscape.org. Let's try this out. Because Creator doesn't seem to have a star. Oh, it's the download thing. That's where I want that. Symmetrical star PNG. Let's try this one. So this one is significantly smaller, but that's fine, because we can always trace it. What we just need it to be symmetrical. If we delete this one, duplicate. They should. No, they all spin off center. If I do this, do they get? Is there a world where this still aligns? There is. Okay. So the symmetry is there, it's just not spinning in the right way. So, which is actually probably the same with that last one. So it's more an issue of Krita. Let's bring the vector back in, because the vector will update properly. And when we rotate it, we just need to make sure that we align it properly. So that's vertical there. So now we just need to make sure that this aligns here visually. Which is looking pretty good. And then we merge them. Do this a little bit. Then we duplicate again. And again, we want to rotate. But we want to make sure this is aligned here-ish. But we need to reduce it so that we've got smaller spikes coming out. We just gotta keep adjusting until this all kind of fits into place. Okay. So that's looking pretty good overall. And then we need to pick colors. So probably we want maybe a red. Let's do a red and a yellow for the moment. So we're going to do red in front, yellow behind. And this is all going to be one keyframe. We need to save the frame or set the frame. Okay, adding blank frame. Okay, and then in theory we should be able to do the same. Oh, no, control this. Oh, why is that hiding it? So we go to here. I think we rotate it. We rotate this way to this position. And we rotate our other one opposite way to this position. About there. And we add in, yep. Add in the keyframe there. Oh, what's going on? It's because I'm doing the black keyframe. And then we go back here. And this one comes back this way perhaps. Actually, realistically, we don't want that at all. We want this duplicated, right? If we copy this, paste it here. Yeah, I'll just reduce the speed. Ah. Okay, so we've got some of those keyframes there, but we need our in-betweens. We want to show our onions for this. Alright. So it looks like our red, we went this way. So we're going to want to put our halfways. And we're just gonna hide that one for a second. We're gonna go this way. Okay. And we're gonna reduce our onion layers. So that our tint is a little bit lower. I think I can do these, so we should only see the one, the current one, and we'll do the one ahead. Okay, so here we want to go. That controls it. So where were we here? So we're oh, I'm getting very lost. Okay, so that's the next one. So we're here, then we move to here, then we move to here, and then we're all the way over there. So we need here, the next halfway. So we need this to go to here. And we need this, because we go in the opposite direction, to go to here. So we should get, there we go. And now if we copy these and paste them, good, 5, paste. Oh, why did that happen? So they were going together, and now it's only that one. Come on, what's going on? Remove those. There should be a way to loop this. Update playback range. How's that? Doesn't looks a bit not quite right. Alright. The question is it a speed thing? Because the back one looks like it's just disappearing. So I think we probably need more between frames. And I think we need to do these separately as well. So I think we need to completely remove the yellow and we'll focus on the red. So we want to be able to see 2 ahead so we know where we're going. Alright, so we want to move. Oh, no, Control Z. We need to be on this keyframe. Empty, bugger. No, that's not what we wanted. Remove, 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 remove. Because we want... Because we still want this one. We want to clone it. And put it in here. Add duplicate frame. Okay. Clone, add duplicate. Clone, add duplicate. Clone, add duplicate. So there's that. This is the duplicate of that. So this needs to move to here. I actually probably do want the -1. So that we can see the one behind it. Same deal here. Get our betweens. Okay, so we do that, and now we do the exact same thing. But with this one. So this one, we're adding keyframes right, adding keyframes right. We're cloning, putting a duplicate. Why isn't that inserting the duplicate? Come on. Clone the keyframe. Add duplicate. Why is that not working? Paste keyframe. clone, paste, clone, clone, paste. Okay. Same deal. To the hubs. Oh, I think I rotated the wrong one in here somewhere. I did too. Rats. Oh, what have I done? Hold on. Okay. First one should go here. Second one. Ignore that. So only look at the previous one.
This would be so much easier to animate in After Effects XD.
Look, maybe, but I don't own After Effects. I only have Krita.
Just 2 keyframes XD.
Look, maybe, but again, don't have it. So we gotta work with what we've got.
Do you want me to make your animation stuff? That's rude as.
Look, I will.
STFU Jimmel.
Look, be nice to your brother-in-law, right?
He's mine. I can poke him if I want.
Behave, both of you. Don't make me come over there.
I refuse.
Of course. Okay, I'm removing all these. Because I've confused myself. Okay. Copy. Paste.
What art app are you using?
Krita.
Oh, Krita.
Okay, so we need this to show here. And then we need this. Actually, that one is in the right spot. And we copy this, paste, and we want this to be half again, which gets us here. And then we wanted the extras. So we want halves and halves again. We want to copy this, paste this here. We need to see 2 in the future. You know, 1 in the future. So this needs to be the half here. Paste. And this needs to be the half here. And then paste. This needs to be this. This needs to be here. This needs to be here. No, this one. Copy. Paste. And this needs to be here. Okay. Then we show this. Let me see how it plays. There we go. Okay. Success. We have spinny stars. And it looks a little cleaner. It would be nice if there was like a fill in the blanks kind of thing, yes. But I think Krita has that. That's all the AI shit that Adobe has inbuilt. Okay, cool. But that's what. So if we go File, and we'll do a save as. So let's do ultra rare animation. And then we want to export it as a GIF. Oh, let's not do that then. Okay. So if we flatten these. Actually, it might muck up things.
Yeah, Krita does not. After Effects would let you say in keyframe 1, set rotation to 0 degrees, then in keyframe 30 set rotation to 360 degrees, so as it plays through it'll rotate at an equal speed. So frame 2 would be at 12 degrees, frame 3 would be 24 degrees, etc.
I guess so. Okay. Let's make sure this is all. Yep, save that.
Makes animation so much easier.
Okay. So, assuming all is good. We have our little rotation-y thingy. Actually, it does look better here. It is a little flashy though. I wonder if there's an epilepsy issue there. Kind of mesmerizing.
Switch the layers so the smaller on is on top.
Oh yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. Ultra animation 2. Alright, so I want export advanced. Oh, is it making me save it first? Okay. What? Why is it doing that? It was fine before. What? Why is that change? Oh, it's because I rendered it. That's the problem. I need to export I rendered. We can also turn down the FPS. This is like 8, right? So we could, double the speed by doing that. But let's also just try this.
A lower FPS will decrease the speed.
Yes. Yes, it does. Here it is. Wait, did it not export properly? Come on. I saved it over the old one. Oops. Okay. Anyway.
It's try 15 frames per second.
So this is 16, right? So is that versus, let's put these back as well. Render. Let's remember to save it right. So let's make this 16 as well, and we'll have a look. It's been a long time since I've done.
Did you hand rotate each frame?
I did hand rotate each frame. Correct. Yeah, having the yellow. I like the look of the yellow behind more, but I do think it flashes too much, and you end up with sort of epilepsy issues. So
Are they all the same degrees of rotation?
No, it's not perfect. Like it's not like perfectly symmetrical.
Just
It's not
switch
meant
the
to be.
colors with the smaller one on top.
Yeah, that's the idea. So I think we do this.
Protect the layers and recolor them. Or do a hue shift.
Oh yeah, no, that's easy. Yeah, we can recolor it. Not sure if we have to do it on all frames. We might have to, but we'll see. I do want to see how this looks with 8 frames. Once it's all rendered. I don't mind it slower.
Should just be able to edit the base layer, since it's animating the individual layers instead of frame by frame.
Yeah. So yes, in theory I can just do this, right? So if I this. Right. So let's just say blue, right?
Wait, are your first and last frames the same?
Yep. That doesn't work. I gotta change all the frames. Okay. No, I'm just hand rotating. It's fine. It's not a perfect animation. It just generally looks pretty close, so it works fine. Alright, it's allowed to be a little bit janky. I'm not going for perfection here. We're just getting a more flashy feel for things. Right. We can make it perfect, and we can get all the right tools to do it, and we can do it the right way later. For now, we're just trying stuff to see what animations might work better. Yeah, like it kind of gets to the end of the animation, and like I said, it's not a perfect loop. And because of the way that so when I had the star and when it was rotating, it doesn't rotate perfectly in the center. It rotates off a little bit. So yeah, it's not perfect, not going to be perfect. And it is going to look slightly glitchy, but that may not matter. Because we're going to put like the other fish and stuff in front of it too. So if we also add in on this paint layer our blue fish, which was our ultra rare catch, and we don't need that one. And we can shrink him down. We can stick him somewhere in here. And we just make sure that he's here. The whole time. Right. And then we do the render. 16. I'll do ultra ultra rare blue fish. Where is it? This one? Here we go. So we've got that, and then we probably want some kind of text behind, right? We'll just save this for the moment as well. So now we want a text layer. And really we just want the name. So in this case, we're blue fish. And we need some kind of text. We'll go black for the moment, but I'm not sure. We'll stick with black. But what we want is we want this to be and maybe we need some sort of like banner behind it. So maybe we need like this. How does that look? It's not quite right with the look. I already have the best viewers. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, maybe we don't go with the banner. But I think we do need. Maybe we just need this lower. So if we took all of these, and all this here, and we just move it up slightly. Or we just shrink it ever so slightly. Oh, great. Oh. But no. Control Z. Z. Okay, that's all fine. I need all of this, and I need all the animations selected. Right. I actually don't mind the changing of size, to be honest. But probably know exactly what I want. Ah, that's annoying. Do I have to redo the animation if I resize it? Maybe I'll just change the image size. So change. Let's just do 150. Does this work? No. Need canvas. Resize canvas. That's what I'm after. I just need to make the height a bit higher. 400. Okay. There we go. That's it. Okay, let's see how this looks. So this runs, it does that. Render. We want it at 16. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not sure about the font though. Not quite sure about the font. But as a template, it's not too bad. But the nice thing is if we've got this template, now we can apply it to everything. So as long as we've got like the base animation, it's consistent. It's pretty good. And we definitely want this to feel a bit more flashy as the super rare one. So now that we've got our animation, we can go into our old one, go properties, and we can import our new GIF. Alright. We can realign it so that we're a little bit more central. We'll hide capture. So now that's looking a little bit more flashy. Okay. Let's save our creaser stuff. Okay. So now we want this to appear on screen with a little bit more pizzazz. So rather than just appearing, let's go into our filters and we're going to add in a 3D effect. So where's display capture? So we've got our bluefish in all its glory. I'm gonna go properties, 3D effect, and then we're gonna go a move value, and then a second move value. So what our 3D effect is gonna do is when we change our X scale, it's just gonna turn it. So if we make this say, if we make it 0, right, it's not going to exist. And if we make it 100, we get ta-da. We might even do the Y. Now let's have a look. How does this look? So So the image itself is a little bit offset. So we might actually have to go back into creature and fix that. What if we went image, trim to image size? No, that didn't do anything. Okay. Let's see. Resize canvas. Let's bring this right down. That's not what I want. How do I... Because trim to image size isn't working. It'd be nice if I knew what the specific width of that layer is. Where are we? So if we trim this to here, usually with PNGs it sort of does it automatically. Is that like a ruler? Oh, trim to current layer works. Hold on. Image. Trim to current layer. So if we do that and then image, resize canvas, and we put a little bit more into the height. Set the height's 300. But we want that down here. Wait, no, no, no. Let's go back to here. Image, resize. At 3, maybe 280 is enough. Put it on here. Yep, like so. Beautiful. Okay. So save. Let's try the render again. So if we render this again at 16,